What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with a different discussion video today, and something that I always kind of think about because it's a little bit different, and it's kind of wherever your imagination goes is kind of the boundaries. That is literally it. So the question is, if you could choose one thing to introduce into the Yu-Gi-Oh game, what would it be? Now this could range from a new archetype to a certain card for your archetype, to how tournaments are run, to different tournaments in general, or just games. One thing that I've always wanted to see, and it's a little bit out there, and it's very, very difficult, but it's doable because the technology is there at big tournaments, and mainly this would probably, if it was introduced, it would only be viable at Worlds, to have an actual augmented reality or some form of visual duel. Now in all the animes, going back to the very original one, we had a duel arena, and from that, cards, when they were placed onto the deck, they're actually projections of the card. Now that is one thing I've always wanted to see, and if it actually did happen, and if it was capable of being streamed so people would see it, I think that would probably be one of the biggest viewings of any stream out there, because not only is it a spectacle for the actual players, it's a spectacle for anyone who wants to get into the game, and it's also just a general spectacle to the worldwide public because it is something so different, and it's the fact that something has been taken from an anime or from a TV show or anything like that and then replicated into real life. It's something that people always love to see. Having final duels at Worlds to be that type of thing, it would be such a buzz for the players and also for the player base. It would be very nostalgic, depending on which way they went about it, and it would also just be really, really fun. Now obviously the difficult problems of having that is that there are so many cards out there. It would be very difficult to do the projections because they would have to have a certain amount of data-based projections to be able to do it correctly. Now with Konami Europe, who are very, very good with streaming, the past few years, they've been really hitting home on the streaming, and it's been absolutely really great to see. It shows that when we only had really written coverage a few years ago, and we didn't really have all that much, now it's progressing into streaming, and there is no reason why it can't progress into something a little bit more. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be every single regional, every single Euros, and every single big event like that this technology could be available at if it was made. I think it'd be best if it was saved for something like Worlds, because that would be so much fun to see. And it would actually probably get a lot of people actually wanting to go to Worlds, because as you know, there's only a certain amount of players that can go to Worlds depending on who's qualified, and there aren't that many people who will actually go just to watch. But if it was streamed and if it was available, I think a lot more people would go. Obviously my choice, the one thing that I want, as I said, is quite far-fetched out there, but yours could be something very much similar, or yours could be something just very simple in the essence of you want something for an archetype, you want certain cards released, or maybe you want the OCG and TCG ban list to be united as one. Or even if you are in Europe with certain card restrictions, the fact that we can't use manga promos and so on and so forth, maybe you just want them aligned to be the fact that we can use them as well. So I want to know what you guys think. It's a very two-way discussion, this one. Let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.